These 10 tips can give you a leg up in your next job interview. Hello and welcome to Side Hustle Kings and Queens. I talk about financial tips and topics, and you guessed it, side hustles. Just a little disclaimer though, I'm not a financial professional, I just love learning and sharing stuff with you. Lastly, please subscribe to my channel and learn with me. Just the words job interview can strike fear into the hearts of the average job seeker. What should you wear? How can you research the company? What should you say and avoid saying? But if you know how to prepare for a job interview, you'll have the confidence you need to ace the process, and you'll be more likely to hear the words, "You're hired." How to prepare for a job interview. It all starts with first impressions. You can make a good one before you ever walk in the door by researching the company you're applying to. 1. Seek information on the company. A wealth of information is available online. Start with the business's website and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn pages. You can also sign up for company newsletters and emails and follow any influencers at the organization who can keep you up to date. You should be ready with stories from your professional life that demonstrate the company's core values, such as collaboration, leadership, teamwork, and integrity, says Jill McFadden, a career coach and former recruiter who works with clients nationwide. You're demonstrating that you care enough to have done the research, she says. You're setting yourself apart from the other people who are interviewing. Research newspapers, magazines, and journals to see whether the company or the industry have been in the news recently. You'll be a step above the competition if you know the latest trends. In my opinion, you can never over-prepare, says Carlotta Zimmerman, a New York City career coach with more than a decade of experience. I cannot stress how much passion and preparation you should bring. 2. Do your homework on the interviewers. Prior to your job interview, ask for the names of the people who will interview you, and search online to see whether you have any mutual friends or connections. You may also be able to get information about those who work in the department from the company's website or LinkedIn. Do you or one of your colleagues or friends previously work at the same organization, go to the same school, belong to any mutual clubs or groups? Check alumni networks, LinkedIn, and community pages. You're likely to score points if a current employee can recommend you. There's a notion that this person has been vetted in some way, says Mike Gelman, CEO and founder of High Five Career Coaching in Irvine, California. There's a level of trust there. Once you've done your research, study the job description and think about how your skills, knowledge, and personality mesh with the duties the position requires. Have examples ready from your education and work experience that show you have what it takes to succeed. Have you won any awards in the field? Did you attend seminars or read books that could help you stand out as well-informed and committed to the brand or industry? It's particularly important to explain how you helped your previous employers and clients turn a profit and attract new customers. Stress your achievements in concrete, measurable terms, such as, I signed on 50 clients last year and brought in $250,000. Consider doing a mock interview with a friend to sharpen your responses. 3. Clean up your social media profile. While most recruiters look at your LinkedIn profile, and some also comb Facebook and other social media, so make sure your pages reflect the image you want to convey. It's about judgment, Gelman says. It's about character for the company. Could this person be a good ambassador for us? More than 24 states have laws prohibiting employers from asking for applicants' social media usernames and passwords, while federal law prohibits employers from making hiring decisions based on factors such as religion, disability, and pregnancy. Accordingly, some companies have stopped monitoring candidates' social media accounts to avoid potential discrimination lawsuits. But many companies still do check. You can protect yourself by avoiding posting photos of anything you'd be embarrassed to have a recruiter discover, or at least adjusting your social media settings to private. And remember, nothing is absolutely private on the internet. 4. Dress professionally. Even if you're interviewing at a startup where the employees dress in flip-flops and shorts, you need to dress like, well, you're on a job interview. That means professional and conservative relative to the industry. If you wear a jacket and find you're overdressed, you can always remove it after you arrive. You have to convey a message that you're serious about the job, Gelman says, and if you go in casually, you're not going to convey that message. A good rule of thumb is to dress a level or two above the position you're seeking. He says make sure your clothes fit and are clean and wrinkle-free, no stains, rips or pet hair, and that your shoes are in good shape. Err on the side that your grandmother would look at your outfit and say, "You look so professional," Zimmerman says. 5. Turn off your cell phone. To prepare for a job interview adequately, you must turn off your cell phone, or, better yet, leave it in your car. It's too easy to reflexively reach for a phone that pings or vibrates. When Gelman was interviewing applicants in his role at a previous employer, the ones who texted during the interview, "Yes, it really happened," were immediately disqualified. If you have to wait before you're called in, bring a magazine or a book to read that's relevant to the industry. These kinds of things may seem kind of corny and stuck up, Zimmerman says. Well, that's corporate America. That's what they want. 6. Treat everyone with respect. Smile and greet everyone you meet politely, from the receptionist to the CEO. Your behavior very well may be reported to the hiring manager, especially if it's disrespectful. Never use profanity, even if your interviewer cusses a blue streak. Sit up straight and don't fidget. If your interviewer takes or makes a phone call that interrupts the process, just wait patiently. If you complain or get angry, it will be game over. They're trying to get a feel for how you'd be every day in the office, Zimmerman says. 7. Show you're serious. Write down key points you want to get across so you don't forget them, and store that piece of paper or notebook in a business-appropriate binder or folder so you can access it easily. Remove any extraneous items from your clean pocketbook or polished briefcase so you're not rummaging around to find the essentials. Bring at least half a dozen copies of your resume on quality paper, even if you send it electronically, and, if applicable, a portfolio of your work. Not everyone may have had time to review your credentials. You'll also want a functioning pen so you can jot down any questions you have for the interviewer. Basic black on white business cards with a simple email address containing your name, and no cutesy monikers such as "I Heart Kittens" are a nice touch. It's a great way to symbolize, "I'm serious. I'm here to get this job. I'm ready to do business. I'm so excited for this opportunity," Zimmerman says. 8. Arrive early. It's a good idea to do a dry run of your trip to the interview site up to a week in advance, especially if you're unfamiliar with the area or exact location. You'll flub your chances if you're late, so make sure you anticipate how much traffic you'll encounter, where you'll park, and how long the door-to-door process will take. Gelman says he made the mistake once of arriving only 2 minutes before the start of an interview on a windy day and didn't notice that his hair was sticking up. It stayed that way for the entire interview, and nobody gave him a drum roll heads up. Allow enough time for unexpected glitches and for a stop in the restroom, where you should give your hair, face, and clothes a final once-over. Be ready for showtime 10 minutes before your appointment. 9. Write thank you notes. Thank everyone who interviews you for their time. Then after the interview, handwrite or type thank you notes and send them out within 24 to 48 hours. Email is acceptable, but an old-fashioned mailed card will distinguish you. Concentrate on the person who will be making the hiring decision, but if you interviewed with a panel or series of employees and want to send notes to more than one person, say something unique to each one, Gelman advises. It starts to build a relationship, demonstrates you're making the extra effort, and you're really interested, he says. It's classy. Finally, line up references if you haven't already provided them. You want to be ready if you're asked for names. 10. Picture yourself succeeding. It's the night before your moment of truth. You've done your research on how to prepare for a job interview. You've picked out the clothes you'll wear. Your briefcase is packed. Now it's time to relax. Stand up straight and take some deep breaths. Envision yourself greeting your interviewer with confidence, warmth, good eye contact, a clear voice, and a pleasantly firm handshake. No spraining the interviewer's hand, please. Visualize yourself nailing the interview. And do something you enjoy to wind down. That may mean watching a fun movie, doing some light reading, or taking a warm bath or shower. Then, get to sleep early enough to feel rested in the morning. The fact that you got an interview means you've done something right, Zimmerman says. Relax, eat a good breakfast, and believe in yourself, and then it's up to the universe. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Side Hustle Kings and Queens. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And always be kind to one another, no matter the race.